Man, have you ever seen a look from two people who just don't like each other more than this one? Aside from that, so much more has dropped that proves Blake Lively has not only nothing, but man, she sucks. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, back with It's Kim. We did a whole stream, and I'm saying she sucks because I'm so frustrated at the amount of time, Kim, the amount of money, the amount of resources, the amount of bad people's names she's tried to ruin, all for what? This is literally, we're getting it all now. All the evidence is dropping him, and this is what it's all about, Blake. And Ryan, shame on you. You could have put all that money, the resources, the time to help women, like really help them or donate to a good cause. And what you've done here is just ludicrous. You are going to be laughed out of this court by a New York jury once the evidence is presented to them, because you've got nothing. And thanks again to big shout out to Clark and Carol over at docketupdates.com, because these are all dockets entries that were too big for the courts to post. So Clark went and got them. Carol posted them, and these are expensive to go get and post. So all hail to them. Go support them. Give them some love. But Kim, also give all the respect to Kim, because she went through and organized sort of the most important pieces out of it all. And I want to share with you some of the greatest hits, if you will. We went through even more, watched the whole member replay, including a lot of rants over at popcornplant.com is the best place to subscribe. Become a member there, and you'll get all our replays and extras, including a new update on the documentary, which I just posted. So all our members, hopefully you saw that. Check it out, get some updates. We're also looking for help, so you can learn all about it in the video. But let's get to some of these docs. I'm going to start with this video because there's a new video that has dropped. This video is another angle. We've technically have seen this before in a way, but not this angle and not this audio, Kim. This was a good find because I hope you guys can hear it. It's a little hard to hear, but it's there. She gives him consent to lean in and kiss, guys. I'm sorry. You're going to hear it on this document. Here it is, this video at the 56 mark or a little bit after. Listen to where he says, I'm going to take off my hat and lean in. Literally, that's the word we're in for. The lean in is what he was supposed to get consent for, to lean in and get closer to her. Blake's team was literally in the talking to Judge Lyman last week. He needs consent to do that. Well, listen to him ask for consent and listen carefully, because Blake says, okay.
It'll just be celebration. They've just scored. Ready and lay back. Lay back.
I'll take it off. Like I'll try to kiss you.
Background.
Okay. Yeah, you know I like that. Oh, that's the sticker. Good. Hey, no, there's no sticker.
And they score. No. They score.
She said, okay. I heard it clear as day. I hope you guys did too. It's there. She says, okay. And then they go and do it.
I kind of feel like even regardless of whether, because we don't see her mouth move, and I'm sure someone will say that, no, it's not actually her saying okay. That still would have been the moment to be like, don't kiss, don't try to kiss me.
And she's leaning into him. In this angle, it's clear as day. She's leaning back, which to me is a sign of consent, right? If you move forward and they move forward too, you're consenting. That's how it works.
I look at it from the perspective, he's trying to inform her of what is about to happen. So if she is uncomfortable or they need to do something, tell me now, because I think this is what we need to do.
Correct.
I don't find this to be disrespectful. I feel like he's being very respectful, informing her of what is about to happen.
I'm boosting the audio on it. I hope you can hear it. I'm going to try one more time.
It's muted.
Okay. Yeah, you know I like that.
Lay back. Lay back.
I'll take it off. Like I'll try to kiss you.
Background.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you know I like that.
And again, exactly. Like people want to argue, well, I didn't see her actually say it. So did she really say it? Oh my God. He's saying it out loud. And if you don't want him to do it, you got to tell him no.
Yep.
You have to speak up. You're Blake friggin' Lively. I'm sorry. You're not like number 100 on the call sheet. You're some extra, has no say. You're an executive producer on the damn movie. Like, what is this?
Hey, no, there's no sticker.
And they score. No.
And we're talking
And
about
she's
the sticker
moving
on
in.
the hat.
She's moving in. It's like we've already seen this clip. It already killed her. It killed her argument. But to see now this other angles and while they were arguing about consent, because Ezra, I think it was Ezra, was so hawking on that. No, Your Honor, you need consent, because Judge Lyman was not having this. He's like, well, what's the line? Do I have to, the director have to ask to touch someone's back, et cetera, et cetera. You need consent, Your Honor. He asked for it. He asked for it. God knows how many other takes there are. But this is pretty tough, Kim. This is a tough one for her to beat.
Yeah.
I'm still confused how they're going to do it. There's another interesting part here where part of the evidence tries to proves what Blake also previously said, which was that there isn't a scene where he has to lift up Justin, where Blake doesn't have to lift up Justin. But it turns out
But Justin doesn't have to lift up Blake because he was concerned about hurting his back, which was a whole weight conspiracy. And she said there was no such scene where Justin would need to lift her. And in the scripts that we've been looking at,
It's right here.
absolutely there is. It's right
hands
there.
grab her waist. He kisses her. He lifts her up, setting her down. It's in there. And she's literally claimed it wasn't in there, which is so frustrating. She keeps moving on from a lot of this. She moves the goalposts a lot, Kim. Have you noticed that? Where she makes a claim and then suddenly the claim doesn't seem to still exist. It's very wild. But I want to go, now that we're looking at these script notes from Ange, from Sony, I think it's important to start going all the way back to the beginning of them, because we made a video about this. Ange from Sony is making it very clear. We need heat. We need some heat. We need some sexiness. This can't just be an R-rated movie, right, Kim? That's key. And as we're going through these notes, Kim loved this note specifically. There's a few of them, but you want to read that note? As I'll read the scene that was cut. I used to have medical term for fear of public speaking, glossophobia. I used to have to run to the bathroom. And what is Ange saying there?
Please, no mention of a run to the bathroom when we're supposed to be turning up the heat. He's Ryle, not Michael Cera. I do love Sarah, but this scene was so much sexier with less.
Yep. So again, how clean, sexy is a key word in the notes from the Sony executives.
So sorry to Michael Cera that now he's been dragged into this. He did not.
God,
deserve
who would have
that.
thought he got sucked into this now? But there he is.
Did not deserve
Tag
that.
Michael Cera. Now he's in it. Love you, Michael Cera. But this is all key because this is important. We're going to come back to her notes in a second, but this all came about. And now here's Isabella's deposition. Isabella Ferrer, who played young Lily in the film. She's making an accusation now, sort of. Here's what she says about the second incident. There was a scene in which my character Lily is in her kitchen and the other character, played by my co-star Alex, is making cookies. And there was a note that was a change to the scene in which, as he was feeding me cookie dough from a spoon, Justin offered that I lick the cookie dough off of the spoon and look up at my co-star in a way that deemed to me kind of inappropriate given the context of the scene. Did you make a complaint to Mr. Baldoni? No. Did you make a complaint to anyone in Wayfair? No. Did you contact your manager? Concerns? No. Apparently she did talk to Alex, one of the producers, that it wasn't appropriate, and that was it. Nothing really else happened. It wasn't that big of a deal. But all right, so anyway, apparently, Kim, how dare he? How dare he? Because this scene didn't call for it, right? Well, let's look at the scene in question. Here's the scene from the script. Young Atlas, my signature cookies, I call them hot chocolate cookies. Chocolate with a burnt marshmallow on top. I gotta say, that sounds delicious, by the way.
Yes.
I want to try that. He offers her a spoonful of dough, taking a taste. Oh, wow. Licking her lips with young Atlas so close, it's impossible not to feel the rise of, there's that word again, Kim, tension, actual tension again. He starts spooning dough onto the two sheets. Young Atlas, did you kiss me? Because you really wanted to, or was it mostly to get back at Katie? He opens the oven door, puts the cookie sheets inside, closes the door, and pulls the oven mitt off his hand. Young Atlas, I'm fine with either way. Throwing the mitt on the counter, young Atlas walks over to young Lily and places his hands on either side of her. I need a little clarity here. Young Lily is suddenly holding her breath, having him this close. But young Atlas doesn't seem to be nervous as she is. He stares at her with a sweet grin. Well, young Lily finds the bravery to match his stare, her heart fluttering. In a hushed whisper that could make the hair on your arm stand up straight. I wanted to. Young Atlas's eyes sparkle. He leans in, his lips inch from hers, and the two begin to kiss with such unadulterated passion. It's clear these two have been fantasizing about this moment. So this was the scene where it wasn't right for maybe Isabel to do a little bit of a scene where, you know, she's all like, I don't know, feels like it might have fit. How sexy was that, chat, by the way?
To me, anything that says unadulterated passion, I mean, I think this is a little intense. It's a little intense.
And to be clear, they've been trying to vilify this to Justin, like, oh my God, it's kids, and how dare he try to say this scene was hot or any of this stuff. Literally, the head of Sony is making notes saying make this
whole scene is, if you scroll down a little bit, it's underneath it.
This scene
It's
is
down.
so lovely.
Yep.
Jumping off the island with the shit, the blah, blah, blah. This whole scene's so lovely. Unadulterated passion. This is what's in the book. This is what Ange is saying. This is what everybody wants. And mind you, it's important to say because they keep trying to make it like he's doing something to kids. These are adults playing these characters. It's so important to know that. This is an adult film. Like for it is clear, as Sony's saying, an R-rated film where adults are going to look back at their own young, unadulterated passions that they had as they were teenagers, becoming adults. A lot of adults have been there. It's a thing with kids with other kids, right? But it's played by adults for adults and not in some creepy way. It's sickening the way that Blake and team kept trying to spin it. And as we see it here, and as Isabel's now trying to say, this was inappropriate. Why? Oh my God. It's just, what jury is going to take any of this seriously? And then I want to end with this because this is an important one and we're still looking at this. We might make this even deeper because we already did, but here's something that shocked me when I saw it. This was a TikTok that was too big to load, but I think it's so important to prove.
Hi guys. There's something happening behind the scenes that I can't talk about because there's investigations happening. All I can say is that the women of this movie are victims. That's all I can say. There's a reason it's been being kept quiet and I can't talk about it. There is actual investigations happening. I am submitting things and
anyway, if Jenna, this person here, please reach out because we actually looked into this a while back. If you guys might remember, we did this amazing video with Nadia. Shout out to Nadia G Reads over on TikTok. Bravo to her because she reached out. We got in touch with her. This happened to her, Kim. If you didn't watch that video, here's a quick clip. Who sent this? I'm not trying to get that, but with your permission, can I show this screenshot?
Yep.
So she shared with me. So anyway, I'm muting myself because I'm here, but these are the DMs that Nadia got after she made a very early video calling out the marketing of the book and how upset she was. She's not someone who's made a million videos about this, nor did she ever want to. But she realized later on, wait a second, those messages I got that attempted to get me to delete my very popular videos that were criticizing Blake from a from a good place too, mind you, not some weird salacious place. Nadia's like a book talker is what they call it, I think. And reads a lot of books and talks about them. And she was upset by the way it was being marketed, as so many others were. And she got this message in a DM basically asking her to delete the videos. And we interviewed her deeper and we have more of the messages that this is part of the documentary. That's why I'm hoping if anybody else or Jenna, if you're watching, hit us up, press@popcornplanet.com. You can email us, DM us, whatever, because to me, this is more proof, Kim. As I saw this, I was like, I bet you that was the same time. And then we checked, right? It was the same time period where once again, proof Blake's team was out there doing their own astroturfing weird smear campaign. DMing creators on TikTok.
Behalf, right?
Yeah.
There's something going on here. Something's fishy.
For sure. DMing creators telling them to remove videos because look at this. A lot happened on set that will eventually come out. But if I were you, I'd take those videos down. I can promise you wholeheartedly that the female cast members are victims. That's all I can say. But to put any negative press on people going through it is just probably the last thing they need. You had zero idea, but wanted to give you anyway. Blake's a sweet disgusting. Where did these come from? Were these on a Signal chat, Blake? Huh? I want to know where these came from. Why don't we get to know about this? Why did Justin's case just get thrown away so quick before more of this was able to come forward? And Lyman just threw out the word. When was this her doing this? This is literally what they're claiming Justin's doing to her. But early on, August 8th was this message. Early, way before the premiere. I think before they were even unfollowing him. This was starting to happen online as people were noticing it on their own. Real creators like Nadia, who were not paid by Justin, were calling this out. This looks awful, Kim. This looks awful. And to know there's more, if anybody out there, please, if you saw this and you please reach us out. Hit us up at Popcorn Planet. I think we are on TikTok now. Popcorn Planet on TikTok. Go give us a follow. We're trying to post more. You can try to message us there or Instagram, Popcorn Planet, or email, popcornplanet, Gmail, etc. Many ways to find out to reach. But please, if you got information, reach it because Kim, I don't know. This is disturbing to me. Does this disturb you as well?
It makes me ask a lot of questions. I'm curious about how many others may have potentially received the same message. It makes me want to know who is sending this out. I feel like this might have been a subpoena that would have been valid to TikTok of like who has this account, who is doing this. Um, and I think it'll be interesting if we do end up going to trial, if this will come into play. Because I don't think it necessarily has a lot to do with motion for summary judgment. But as far as giving context to what happened during the time period in August, I think that this is very relevant.
Indeed. Make sure you hit that subscribe if you're watching live or on the replay. Either way, it's important because we got a lot more coming your way. Hit the bell for all alerts and smash that like button when you get those notifications because you help the engagement getting these videos out there. And guys, literally at any point now till March, we're going to hear Lyman's verdict. And I do think it's going to be pretty big. So stay tuned. Keep watching. Make sure you support It's Kim as well. Keep the tips coming, and we will keep you posting all the stuff in the docket that comes in. Thank you guys so much for watching.